Team. Neil Hunt, Neville Glover, Michael Cronin, Brett Kenny, John Chapman, Michael Patterson, Peter Sterling, Peter Wynn, Lou Platts, Paul Hunt, Ron Hilditch, Stephen Edge, Jeff Gerard. Coach, John Peard. Mick Cronin. Well, as we stand, the gentlemanly Eel Centre is the top rugby league point scorer so far for 1980 with 172 points. Well on his way to another 200-plus tally for the season. His influence on today's game will, as usual, be enormous. Now come the Magpies. Who's greet them in some cheers. Warren Bowler leads them out. This is the full side. Wayne Meth, John Rebo, Ted Goodwin, Ron Gitto, Warren Boland, Captain Terry Lamb, Alan Neal, Police at lock forward, John McLeod, Bob Cooper, John Donnelly, Jack Jeffries and Tom Arbour. The coach, of course, Roy Masters. Jeffries, Lamb, it's a line ball one. The referee says play on. That bounce is important here. Look at this, and it's a try. The Western Suburbs, Bob Cooper's got to it. Bounced high in the air, Wayne Smith's down in back play. Terry Lamb's down in back play. I think that was quite right, the referee's decision allowing play to proceed. Kicking record for this year, and he hasn't kicked in all first grade games. 57 goals from 83 attempts, success rate of 68.7. Watch the round the corner style. The wind is with him. He could tend to hook this a bit. That means more from right to left. He's also scored 8 tries. It's hooking. It hits the upright and goes over. Well, there's a dramatic opening. The wind this morning, I'm told.
Yes, that's right. Now, the middle of the ground is a little heavy and slippery.
Some of the players losing their footing. Terry Lamb in possession. Jeffries, Donnelly, later Rebo. Glover's there. Jeffries, Neal, Arbour, Cooper. Beautiful pass away to Lease, having a top game. Got a pass away off the ground, but referee says he wasn't held. Goodwin's on the boil. On to Neal. Neal might go on with this. He's sprinting hard. Gets a pass away. It's a bad one. It's missed everybody. Jeffries has scooped it up. Got the dregs. Parramatta still in disarray. A cracker at the moment. Boland. Bust one tackle. So giving awards for captains of the year, this fellow Warren Boland would have to go very close. Neal in behind the defence, running nicely, looking for the lob pass, and it's gone to Rebo. They won't stop him, I don't think. He's into the corner. He's torn a hole in Hunt's defence. And there's a brawl going on back on the corner line. Jeffries trading blows. Arbour's there. Gerard's getting quite a serve. It's a pretty nasty one. Gerard and Arbour at it, hammer and tongs in the foreground. We could lose a couple out of this, and it'll be a tragedy. I didn't see the start of it, Barry. What was that about?
No, I didn't see it either, Rex. Peter Sterling and Jack Jeffries were involved.
Back. Just about 5 metres out from his line. Goodwin. Flicks to Boland. Boland's got himself into the clear, coming back in field. Oh, it could be a try. Neal's going up over halfway. He's got the pace to go on with it. Picked up nicely there by Peter Sterling. Great cover. That surprises me. I thought Neal was faster than that. That should be a penalty, but they'll play on. McLeod looking for support. The referee could have given a penalty there.
It's good refereeing, Rex, because
yes,
if he'd pulled it up, it stops the Western Suburbs attack.
Playing the advantage, and West really putting it together at the moment. Arbour. Their forwards are rampaging through this Parramatta pack. Donnelly! Oh, yes, to Jeffries, and they've done it again. West shredding Parramatta at the moment, 13-0. And the forwards just took them on there. Arbour, Donnelly and Jeffries, and cut them to shreds. See, observation watching this game that the Parramatta forwards can't handle the West set. Look at this. McLeod's just gone straight through. This is about the umpteenth break they've made right through the meat of the Parramatta forwards. Cooper, the Neal, the switch of play. Dummy, nicely to Wayne Smith, halfway through, back inside the Neal, backing up, out to Boland. Boland's into the corner! No touch flag, it's a try. Put down the glasses, 18-4, and Parramatta on the run. Tries up until this match, and Parramatta had scored 69. But defensively, Wests have only conceded 34. Parramatta has conceded 44. Oh, Smith took that beautifully. He's halfway in the clear. He unloads. Play on, out to Goodwin. A pass to Neil. How he picked it to Lamb. How he picked it up, I'll never know. He's fallen over. Smith again tearing West to shreds. Tearing Parramatta to shreds. Neil. Donnelly gets a bad pass away, but it goes to Armour. Armour, then back to McLeod. McLeod can't unload. Deep in the Parramatta quarter. Jeffrey says, I've scored one, I'd like to make it two. Lamb at dummy half. The crisscross, Cooper, back inside. Oh, he's in! Yes! An inept display by Parramatta in the forwards. Their defence. Precise and quick Western Suburb. Positioning of the man, excellent. Neil, Lease, Cooper. Oh, there's body contact. That's Jeff Gerard come up with a top tackle. That was a magnificent one. I don't know who came off worst on that. Gerard took a while to get to his feet. Oh dear. McLeod will score. Got to score after a silly error. A silly error. And Parramatta really have no one to blame but themselves. There's a power of holding. Lamb. Donnelly out among the backs now. Arbour, beautiful pass to Cooper. Cooper on to Lease. Lease on the burst. Up to halfway. Unloads nicely out to Smith. Smith looking for support. Gets it back inside to McLeod. He's standing very deep today. Coming on the burst well and distributing the ball well. Neil, Cooper, the switch of play. Cooper elects to run. Run beautifully. On to Neil. Shadol. Lease's put it down.
I think we'll see Roy Masters make a change should referee Go should do nothing about this incident.
I think Cronin and Goodwin are both off.
Yes, both been set off.
See it again. See it again. In the 28th minute, 29th minute. Goodwin just back from suspension, off again. And this is the incident involving the two. This will be Cronin's second trip to the judiciary. There's the first one. They're suggesting that this moment, when the elbow came up, the forearm jolt was the reason for it. Now, I don't know what Goodwin did to...
Irate spectator on the field. Steve Edge is trying to get him off.
Yeah, well, they ought to throw him over the fence on his head. Not that it had hurt him.
Here comes the police onto the field.
Well,
also.
they ought to put him in the hoosecow and throw him. Sterling. Patterson. Dummy. Nicely to Hunt. Hunt, there's the first try, the only try from the Hilditch. And deserving reward to the skipper who hasn't stopped. Among some abysmal performances today, he stood out like a beacon. See it again. Line now. Parramatta restart with Edge. From Hilditch. And there's the hooter in the background. A well-beaten side. Parramatta go in with the scoreline that reads 34 points tonight. Well, it's taken, what, 6 years, is it, Dallas, when you've won another award from me?
Yeah, well, it's about 6 years, Rex.
And I told you I've got a soft spot for old front row forwards.
Yeah, well, it's good to see. I thought you must have forgotten me.
Dallas, you've had, I think, your best game of the year today. Were you fired up for some particular reason, or something you had to prove? Or?
Oh, it wasn't so much. It was fired up, you know, personally for my best game. But you know, I think the whole side, Roy, had us in such a mood. We had to go out there not to prove to ourselves or to the committee or that, but we know that we're one. You know, we're up, we're leading the comp because we're one of the best sides. We didn't have to prove that to ourselves, but more so to the media and things like that. And we're glad that it turned out that way.
6 tries and 8 goals. I mean, even in your wildest dreams, you wouldn't have expected to annihilate Parramatta like that, would you?
No, I never, Rex, but they've always been a side we've had a good run with. You know, we've had a good...
Since 1977, huh?
Yeah, over the years, and they're a side that if you can get on top of, they're a chance that they will fold.
Well, you got right on top early today. The try in the opening 3 minutes must have knocked their backsides in.
Yeah.
But have you had an easier game in the forwards in the idea of being able to run such long distances?
No, that was a little surprising to me alone, you know. So even I seen a bit of daylight there, and that's a bit unusual.
You saw a daylight about 7 or 8 times today. I thought you were a three-quarter there at one stage. You were actually standing out among the backs at one occasion. Had to hide to get involved with the backs.
A bit of variation.
I was waiting for the field goal. It never came.
No,
The opportunity wasn't there.
we never got to 42.
Well, I've got to say that he did say that he put on a field goal for us if they got over 40 points. Anyway, congratulations on the award. We'll see you on Sports World next week.
Thanks very much, Rex.
Okay.